Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect, where in the previous Okay, why is the gas lift on my chair just dropped down? Hang on. Ugh. Must have been all that shepherd's pie. Okay, in the previous episode, we managed to get this central prison pretty much not built, but we certainly got it planned off to the extent that we needed to, and also we got all of the basic stuff in, and we know that because we got the basic detention centre grant done. So that is the shower, the holding cell, technically a kitchen and canteen, although in reality, not so much, because as you can see, it's not really fit for purpose. However, we will be getting most of this done this episode, and getting ready for prisoners, really, over the next couple. So let's crack on with that. We're going to max the speed out here while the workers are going back and forward. We do need to build this bit in the centre here because, well, as you can see, it just ain't done. So, how do we want to do this? Well, wall either side, and a single entranceway is probably the way to go. If we really wanted to, we could just have it as that. I think that. And just have it as an open area. There's no reason we can't. Although, no, I think we do want to block it up. I think we do. The reason for that is if we have gangs, then they can take this over. We did obviously put gangs on, so we do have to think of this thing. Jail door, either side, no problem. Speaking of jail door, we need to put things like jail doors on here as well. Now, I'm going to put a jail door. Oh, there's a grant completion. I'm going to put a jail door on there, and I'll lock that open. We also need to put large jail doors on all of these. Now, eventually we will have automatic door openers, but if you remember from last episode, last series, if you watch that, that was slightly problematic because even though we had, I think it was 3 automatic door openers, because of the size of the prison, the amount of automatic doors, it was a real nightmare. But anyway, so we need to run some power, but we also need to get probably, I think, prison maintenance, which is, as you can see, unlock cleaning through bureaucracy, unlock groundskeeping, requires a foreman, etc. So let's build these offices here. So it shouldn't be much of a task to get these sorted. It's pretty much just a clone of what we've got on the opposite side, just mirrored around. So there we go. We'll go over to our rooms, we'll type office, and we'll place 1, 2, 3 offices. We'll go over to the staff doors and place 1, 2, 3 in there like so, and then obviously all of the furniture that is required as well. So we'll rotate that around, and that's fine, 1, 2, 3, and then we need a chair which goes like that, and then finally a filing cabinet which goes technically that side, I think, but it doesn't really matter. Obviously things like flooring we haven't put in. I haven't really bothered with any of that. At least the storage is getting utilised, so that's pretty good. So now that the office is sorted, we can hire ourselves a foreman. We do already have a chief, so that is now in. I'm going to go over to objects. Actually, it's not an object, sorry, my mistake. It's in utilities and the capacitor. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 capacitors in because we're going to run some electrical cable. And we are going to run it, once again, pretty much... Oh, actually, I don't know if we run up the spine of this again. I don't know if that's a good idea because we've got all of these extra rooms on the left and right. Maybe just running it up and then following these corridors is actually a better idea. I think so. The issue we might have as well is that, as you can see, we've got 3 of these. We've got 3 of these planned off, the capacitors and generators, the power stations. So ideally, you want 1 for each. Not that I don't think we'll need that. I think it'll be 1 generator and a bank capacitors for each 2. But what I'll do, I'll run this up here like so, and then I can go as like a sort of T-piece across, and then up, and then follow it across. Actually, I'll cancel that. I'll run it closer to the left-hand side than the right for reasons that may become clear in about 2049. And then there's that connected up. And obviously we've got the cables in here to connect up as well, which, to be fair, we might as well place some more cookers. Like so, and... utilities there. We do need some more cookers, but they'll go down the bottom. But with all of that placed, that should be the majority of the power in this place, but we'll see how we get on. Now, we do need to put some more stuff in for the canteen, so I'm going to place benches like so. So let's just go up, and there's that, and then the other side as well, coming down to about there. Tables, There we go. We have power, and we can see what we're doing now. Excellent. So we need to unlock groundskeeping through bureaucracy. We need to hire a gardener, which we cannot yet, but we can hire 2 janitors, which is very, very needed indeed. And also we need to hire, like I say, the gardener. For the next grant, it'll be security procedure certification. We need deployment, surveillance, intelligence, patrols. And that should be us. We do have a chief, so they're going to crack on with researching that, and most of our grants will be done there. 33 grand in the pot, which is more than enough to get what we need to get done. Let's build, well, let's put the piping in here, and I think what we'll do is we will build probably these ones in the centre, because it's going to be quite easy, isn't it? So in terms of the cloning of this, we need to increase our capacity by 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 14. 1 off. Great. Great. This is what I wanted. Right, so we're going to build these. The question is, do we want double doors at the front? See, that's always an interesting one where you have double doors. I'm of the opinion that no, we don't. So let's build one, and then we'll clone the rest. So I don't need that. All that. Alright. Now, some of these haven't got lights in, but we will probably place the lights in. Probably not. It's not accounted for in the game, and you can hardly see it. So if you can't see it, and it doesn't have any mechanical effect, then is there any point? As long as there's some lights, we should be okay. There might be a small hit in the needs, like, you know, for lighting if there's no light at all, but I don't know if there is, quite frankly. Okay, let's go to staff gardener. Bump, there we go. There is our extra grant completed. So we have another one we can get, visitation rights, security procedure certification, which is hire 10 guards, get a chief, unlock patrols, or assign 3 guards to patrol routes, all that sort of thing. We'll get that later on. I think what I'll do instead is go for visitation rights, because that gives us a bit more of a bonus and something we'll get quickly, whereas the other one we need 10 guards, and we'll get that just before we get prisoners in. So let's just see what happens. In terms of the wall around the outside, it's going to be ideally a perimeter wall followed by a fence. So perimeter wall on the far edge, otherwise known as the perimeter, and then then the fence, which is internal, so we can see, and we'll have patrols going through there. The issue with this is still in effect, where really we can't do much with it. Now, there has been some discussion regarding this, where instead of having this bit at the bottom like so, we could easily get rid of that, and we'll have a bit of a walkway like that. And then instead of these cells like so, we'll get rid of them entirely, and we'll have them as a sort of size like that. So they are like that, you see. And what would we end up with there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough for this. Assuming we've got the same here, we're talking around about the 180 plus prisoner mark. So it's not good enough. So it's still got an issue, this thing. I'm not going to do I double wall it? Double wall. Well, having a walkway all the way around would be ideal. However, are we able to do that? I mean, we could, but it's going to be really tight. Although, let's see what we could fit in with this. Have it as a 3x3 instead of a 3x4 or bigger. It's not unreasonable to say that the protective custody can have it small. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, like so. And then you come in here. Security room of 4x4 is ideal, followed by the kitchen and canteen. You know what we could do? We could do that. Alright, so we can still patrol around here. We still have like a common roomy type thing here, and then this could be the kitchen and canteen. So there's your kitchen, which is more than big enough. Then there's the canteeny bit at the bottom with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That's about right. It's about right. Okay. And then you'd have those two there. That's actually too big. My mistake. Put it right against the wall. 3 by 4, 3 by 4. Wall goes across there, entrance there. What's wrong with that? Kitchen, canteen. I was going to say playroom there. No, we don't need a nursery or anything. But that could be the gym / entertainment area or whatever, because I think previously in the other protective custody we had a... It wasn't really... It was the every room. It had prayer mats, it had gym equipment, the Iron Church as we called it. We had TVs and phone booths and everything else, and that's roughly what we've got there. I mean, if we wanted to, we could always just make it a bit bigger. And we've got the security of this. In each one of these we can fit a shower, a toilet, a bed, and a radio. That's what we're going to go with now. Don't know whether that's going to be our final, but that's what we're going to go with now. Okay, so we're going to plumb this stuff in, like so, and we'll just see if this is done, which it is. So this is going to be our model centre. So we'll go over to jail door, put them on either side there. In terms of the bed, we'll put them like so, and then the toilet, which will go right at the front there, and that is us pretty much done. Rooms, cell, we will designate that as cell, and then we'll wait for the workers to come and do that. You can see that the janitors are doing their best, but it is like... It's an uphill struggle, isn't it? It really is. They're doing the best. You can see down here, look. Nice and clean. A bit of, dirt in the warden's office, but hey-ho. And this is all okay. And, they're cracking on there, but... Yeah, you can tell the bit they haven't got to yet. Okay, so... We do need some more fridges, and I will go ahead and place those in like so, and that should be more than sufficient. Cookers will go on the other side when we need them, which we currently don't, and we'll place that there, and that connects all of those up. In terms of the power grid, it is currently fine, but let's just make sure that doesn't explode by placing all those in. Not that there is an explosion, you understand, but there you go. Right, so we need to put in reception, and we'll place that right at the front here. Not the front here as in a new area, but the front here. And then we want to have metal detectors. Now, I do need a lot more metal detectors around the facility, but I will place those later on. This will go down and connect those up. And these are now done. So what we'll do is we'll go to cloning, which is in quick build, and let's go. And it will be the same over that side as well. And I'll place that there because we need to get one more in order to get the increase in our capacity. And once we've got the capacity up to the required amount, we will get a nice 20 grand advance payment, which is hopefully enough to get the rest of this place built. What I will do is put a brick wall back there, and I will then put a fence all the way around this thing, because there's one thing you normally need around a prison, and that's some sort of wall, whether it be, well, a fence, a marker that says mines, don't go past this point, MG42 tower, actually I think it'd be an MG34, but you get the idea. Or you could just, have a concrete wall. We're not going to have that, we're just going to have a fence. That does not have any power right in the centre, which is slightly annoying, so I will connect that up and then run one into there. Actually, we don't need all of that, that's just a waste, isn't it? What a waste. Are we done in the centre? We are connected in the centre here, but that's only because these aren't done yet. These might run out of power. They might run out of power and we'll see. Yes, you can actually see that they've run out of power now. Okay. So we'll run that into there. And this one will just run down like that. Actually, you know what, just for the sake of getting it like pretty much the same, we now know we don't have to worry about that. It's ran down, everything's going to be connected up. We haven't got outside here, but I'll do that just in case we are going to put lights on the outside, which I think we are. It's probably the way forward. So there's themselves place. There's still a lot to do. We've got the toilets to put in, and we've still got, obviously, the plumbing to do. In terms of the plumbing, I don't know whether to run it straight across like that and then connect it up. I think that's probably the way forward, roughly in the centre. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, that's the middle. There we go. And there's technically our advance payment. Not even technically, actually, done. Excellent. We have sub block B, which we will go for, which gives us 10 grand advance payment, which means we now have 42,000. And we could probably do the other side. But we're not going to, because we need to focus on things like visitation rights and things like our security, which currently doesn't exist. So, in terms of security, we will place that as security. We'll also have that as security. Where the kitchen is currently not powered on, which is interesting. Oh, just look at that, missed it. One off, there we go, and it's now connected. We will have, in terms of deployment, you can see we've got loads of deployment options now. We can say staff only to all of this, because that's exactly what it is. Kitchen is staff only, that is staff only, none of that is staff only, that was all fine. They are still going around placing the perimeter wall, which is good. And right, let's crack on with the reception, because it currently isn't done. So we want reception. Actually, what we want to do is have a jail door on there, and then ideally I want a solitary door to go through into here, because that's our armory. So reception, you can hear a little, yeah, you can hear a little telephone ringing there. So we'll have the door like, oh sorry, we'll have the reception like that. So you come in and scan in and go that way. That's okay. I was going to put it there, but it means that the worker's going back and forward. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare. We need a chair in there, like so, and it doesn't require. I was going to put file cabinets in there. I don't think it requires one. Office desks, table, and chairs. So we need tables. So, tables will go across like that. Do you want to put another row in, do we? No, I don't think we need to. Right, I think that's as big as it needs to be. Yeah, that'll be fine. And they'll bring in, inevitably, the size of this. They'll dump all the prisoners in this bottom corner, and it'll be a bit of a nightmare. So, that'll be that reception done. Security, we are getting there. The cell block B we can get after cloning these. Cloning those and doing the rest of it, that should be fine. So we've just got, really, all of the walls to go around here. We need to do this visitation rights. It's called visitation rights, but as you can see, it says pool table, TVs, phone booths, common room. So it's actually more visitor and common room type arrangement. So that's what we'll do next episode. We'll go for the visitation here. We'll then put the common room in, most likely in this. I'll probably get rid of that room and put it around here. Although, sorry, no, I won't. I'm going to put the common room here, because the common room doesn't require any special access. As in, the only person that needs to go there staff-wise or visitor-wise is the psychologist, which is when they're doing the rehabilitation. No, that's not the drug rehabilitation, it's the Alcoholics Anonymous. So that's what we'll put over here. This side will have things like the chapel and such, because when the priest comes in or whatever, they can then go into there. And it means they don't have to go all the way around. Not that there's much difference, is there? But anyway, that's the overall thinking. So, hope you have enjoyed the video. Comments in the comments. Next episode we'll go and do just what I said there. I'm happy with the progress so far. I think we've done quite well. We've got a decent amount of money in the banks. Enough to certainly finish this thing in one go if we really wanted to, because we can get a bank loan of $250,000, but we're not going to do that. Next episode we'll put all of the extra bits in here, and then either towards the back end of the episode or more likely the one after that, we will get prisoners. So it's about when we said, between episodes 5 and 7. So yeah, good progress. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.